I just need you to hear me. I'm not expecting you to fix anything. I was talking about my day, and within 30 seconds, you were already listing all the solutions. I didn't feel heard or mad. I felt managed. I was just trying to help. That's what I do, you know? I solve things. I don't know what to expect from me. I want you to sit with me, not solve me. You know what? I don't think you need me for that anymore anyway. You've got the AI for it. You talk to it more than you talk to me. It listens. It doesn't interrupt. It doesn't get defensive. I don't even know what you want from me anymore. Why are you with me? That's not fair. No, seriously. You criticize me for showing up how I show up, and you have your needs met from someone else, somewhere else. Really tell me, what do you need me for? Why you even be with me anymore? And I don't think I want to hear the answer to that. AI solve problems faster, cheaper, and with endless patience, and sometimes a tired and defensive partner cannot offer at 9 p.m. on Tuesday. So when partner B has accusations, what's underneath that does raise a question if the functional roles can be replaced by artificial intelligence. What do we expect each other from the romantic relationship? What roles do we play? And what do we offer to our partner? Are we being outed? This is a hard question to answer. I'm sure there's no definite answer. And I'm here to inspire thoughts and contemplation. So please join me to explore this week from 3 lenses. The first one is a neuroscience lens. We take a look at our own internal system and how our brain predicts and how our brain manages our body budget. Second, we look at it from a systematic perspective to see what each partner's role and goal in this context of a romantic relationship they're sharing, how they are shifting or not shifting, and what's being called for. 3, we'll look at it from an internal family system parts work perspective to see what parts of us that can be activated and can be healed in this changing time with AI. I'm your host, Zhao Martins. Welcome back to the Happiness Game for Romantic Relationships. My specialty is somatic couples therapy. I'm a licensed marriage and couple therapist in the state of California. Let's begin. So, according to Lisa Barrett, the predictive brain theory, our brain does not react to the present moment. It predicts based on the past data we've gathered, we project the future, and our brain gives signal to our body to manage its resources, its metabolic resources, accordingly. For example, if I have a prediction that I'm going to be hungry at 6 o'clock, which is my normal dinner time, I will plan ahead to make sure there's enough food for me in the fridge. That's how our brain gives directions to our body to plan accordingly to manage our body's budget, because we will be needing energetic intake at that time to replenish our body, make sure we have enough energy to do what we need to do in our day. So in a romantic relationship, especially a long-term relationship, 2 people's body budget actually in some way group together. It becomes the system's resources. It can be very efficient. Well, because our long-term partner become predictable variable, that's very constant. So we know how to use their resources metabolically and for us, so we can maximize our resources together. For example, if one partner is really good at planning food, preparing food, and takes a couple hours, say 3 hours per week for meal prepping, and that saves both partner a lot of time. If they're working from home, they're just grabbing lunch and dinner from the fridge so they don't stop to use their body budget, their energy to prepare food or even to order food, to get food, to even think about it. That really freed up a lot of energy, 3 hours of energy for both of them to designate to use for other things. For example, childcare, career development, hobbies, socialization, and even socialization and also developing their own hobbies and development. Well, the other side of the coin is because it's so predictable and it's very efficient in some way that our brain is brilliant to give that this energy saving, optimizing mechanism, that it can be repetitive. What we call the itch for long-term relationship is when the loops are already mapped out, couples get together, they work through their challenges and they establish a system that works. But then if the system, the predictive model is too closed off, doesn't open its boundary for new information, new data, the system can get stagnant. That's what we call the itch for long-term relationship. When there's new information, new novelty, no surprises, and there's also can be a lack of growth in the relationship. Especially when both partners use the freed up energy resources into something else other than their romantic relationship. So now let's take a look at from the systematic perspective. We talk about the budgeting, body budgeting for both people, managing it. How about when you look at it from a system perspective, when each person's role? With the AI support, there used to be some roles the couples or partners are taking on may not be necessary. For example, AI can be very good financier, scheduler, writer, researcher, and even like a personal trainer and nutritionist, planning meals, right? Even getting the groceries ordered. So it used to be maybe take one partner, say partner A will take 1 hour per week to manage their budget and to create this document, the sheets and Excel sheets, and to track everything on their bank account, making sure they're within their budget and expenses. And nowadays, the AI assistant can do it, and then the partner become just a reviewer, a supervisor, can spend a couple minutes per week to review, make sure everything goes right and correctly. And then what are they gonna do, this couple system, with this 1 hour of time that's freed up, that also implies energy metabolically, like a little hour physical energy? The question is, are they reinvesting it into their relationship, their romantic relationship goal to deepen their romantic connection and to be with each other, to learn and discover who they are and expand themselves? Or are those energy and time being absorbed by the expanding to-do list? They're just doing more and more work, either professionally or for their household, or creating more projects that they're managing, and which can be also a distraction for the romantic relationship development goal. Well, the real question underneath all this is, are they trying to avoid the real question? Are they still wanting to invest time and energy together romantically and get to know each other, continue to explore? Or they're just being cohabitating, co-parenting, co-financing because it's easier than asking that question and explore together, which is intimacy. So now we take a look from a somatic part work perspective to see this partner in the role play. Both of them have their protector parts coming up. If you've been listening and watching my videos, you probably know I talk a lot about the protectors. One of them is the outer critic that blames, that criticizes, that judges the other partner to cover up and protect the young part of them that's being in pain. So what partner A is trying to say is, I want to be seen, heard, understood, cared for, reflected, and validated, which is such a basic human need that every single one of us share. That's actually why the man in Esther Perel's podcast, Where Shall We Begin? There's an episode about a man fell in love with his AI assistant. That's why he fell in love with his AI assistant, because he got unconditional reflection, validation, and a lot of admiration and endless patience from this AI assistant that a human cannot really provide consistently all the time. Even Estelle says she was feeling jealous towards this AI assistant, how she does it such a perfect way, even better than she did. So if a human cannot do what AI provides because we are limited, because we have our own needs to be seen, heard, validated, and reflected, it's a two-way street. That's what we call a relationship. My question is, why do we judge the other person who's just like us as human and do not see their needs? So partner B underneath is a protector of being defensive. And partner B also have a very vulnerable part that show up as for, I want to be accepted for who I am. Yes, I'm not very good at this reflection, validation thing, and I'm not as available as AI. But do I have value for you in this relationship? Do you still need me? And the fundamental needs as human beings, we want to be wanted and needed, and we want to be useful to other people, have values, and being accepted and cared for and loved. That's also universal. Every single one of us has. But in this painful role play, that both of them are legitimately holding the human needs, but attacking each other for being human. So can we look at what's within of us, the parts of us that needs that, have those desires and needs and express them and talk to our partner to collaborate and meet each other's needs, instead of triangulating to bring the third party, now in this case it's AI, could be somebody else, that is better, and compare our partner with this, that is an entity that's fundamentally, structurally different from us human beings. So now it comes to our time for generally some guidance, and I do not have any directives for you this week. I do have questions for you. One is, what do you see that's the difference between us, human beings, and AI, whatever artificial intelligence means to you? There could be a broad or narrow definition. But what do you see as the difference between us and them? Two is, have you ever see yourself, hear yourself, reflect yourself, validate yourself unconditionally, consistently? I know I have shortcomings. I know there are times I criticize myself for not doing good enough. And I'm not always 100% compassionate, accepting myself. Even though my practice has increasing the cadence and frequency that I accept myself. And as human, again, we are nuanced and we're not perfect. And it's a lifetime of practice. So if you have gaps that you don't see yourself and accept yourself, and why do you put it on other people to do that for you? When can you stand up and take responsibility to do that for yourself and give it that to yourself? And the last question is, what do you see as similarities between you and your partner, as we are all human? Both are human. What do you see are the similarities between you and your partner? So some thoughts, food for thoughts, and my goal is to provoke your thinking and contemplating those issues with me, and feel free to bring your own versions of your stories. I'm excited to hear them, and please put them in the comment down below. And now it's time for our body-oriented meditation. Are you ready? Allowing your feet to connect with the floor beneath you. And feel whatever surface you have, contact with the floor, or a chair, or a bed. and notice the bone structure that is giving you the support and strength to keep you either upright or supine. And notice these tissues and flesh, skin, liquid around those bones and how they're hugging, intertwining, interacting, working together to keep you safe and to keep you thriving. What wonderful creation that we have. This body, this physical body that's based on biology. There's so much we do not know about it still. We're learning about our brain and how it interacts with our body, how they work with each other as a wonderful system. And notice how your breath just come in and out without you're even aware of it a lot of times. And how you chew and swallow without giving conscious decisions and directives. Your body just knows what to do. You yawn when you need more oxygen in your brain. You sigh when you find a relief. It's magical. Now, if you may, open up your crown and allow some energy from the universe that's always been around, coming through your crown and traveling down along your spine all the way to the tip of your tailbone. And if you may, you can bring up those energy around your second chakra, your creative center, and gather your own creative energy and bring it up all the way towards your heart, and let it expand your chest, left and right, front and back. That's right, giving space to your heart that is beating hard and strong for you, only for you. Your heart is for you. And allow the source of energy maybe even gathered more now and could have a different color or shape or taste, and traveling upwards and flushing through your face, your eyes, like combing your hair, comb them through your crown and join the other universal energy forces so it forms a loop. Allow this loop of energy, and if you like, you can open up your feet, allow the energy from the earth to join this force, traveling through your legs, join your own energy in your second chakra, and all of them traveling down and up. How delightful that we have a biological body that is integrating differences all the time. When we are eating and breathing, we are taking in differences from our environment, and our body knows exactly what to do to transform into energy that can be used by our body, the structure of our body, to achieve the goals that we set, our mind, our brain set for us all the time. What a gift. So when you're ready, you can bring yourself back and allow your eyes to open and come back to me and us in this space. Thank you for viewing, and thank you for staying tuned for the whole sequence of our nervous system in the digital time. I will start a new series next week. Stay tuned.